Hey garden fam, welcome back to The Sprout. Today we're talking about one of the most rewarding and useful shrubs you can grow, elderberry. You might know it as Sambucus nigra, the European elder, or the American elder, Sambucus canadensis. Whatever you call it, this plant is a powerhouse. It produces beautiful clusters of creamy white flowers in spring, followed by dark purple-black berries in late summer. And those berries are famous for their health benefits. They're packed with vitamin C, antioxidants, and immune-boosting properties. Elderberry is incredibly tough. It grows wild across Europe and North America. It tolerates a wide range of soils and conditions. It's fast-growing and easy to propagate. And if you have a spot in your garden that's a bit damp or less than perfect, elderberry will thrive there. In this video, I'll teach you everything you need to know: how to propagate, plant, prune, harvest, and use elderberries. Before we dive in, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We put out new gardening videos every week, and I don't want you to miss the next one. Also, drop a comment below. Have you ever grown elderberry? Do you make syrup or jam? I'd love to hear about it. Now, let's get into it. First, let's talk about why elderberry is so special. Elderberries are one of the oldest known medicinal plants. They've been used for centuries in traditional medicine to treat colds, flu, and inflammation. The flowers are used to make elderflower cordial, tea, and even champagne. The berries are rich in vitamin C and antioxidants that support the immune system. Modern research also suggests elderberry may help reduce the duration of cold and flu symptoms. It's not just a garden plant, it's a home pharmacy. Elderberry is a deciduous shrub that grows 10 to 12 feet tall and wide in most gardens. It's fast-growing, sometimes reaching its full size in just a few years. It prefers full sun for the best fruiting, but it tolerates partial shade. It's adaptable to most soil types, but grows best in moist, well-drained, fertile soil. It's cold-hardy in USDA zones 3 to 9, depending on the variety. Now let's talk about the different varieties. There are two main species. European elder, Sambucus nigra, has the largest and most flavorful berries, and it's the most famous for medicinal use. American elder, Sambucus canadensis, is native to North America. Adams is a reliable American variety with large clusters of dark purple berries. York has very large berries and a compact habit. Nova is a medium-sized shrub with excellent fruit production. Black lace is a stunning ornamental variety with dark purple lacy foliage and pink flowers. Sutherland Gold has bright golden leaves. Black Tower is a columnar variety that fits in small spaces. Ava is a dwarf variety with dark purple leaves. For best fruiting, plant at least 2 different varieties for cross-pollination. Now let's talk about propagation. The easiest way to get an elderberry plant is to take hardwood cuttings in late winter or early spring. Here's how. Take a cutting from a healthy, disease-free plant. Cut a stem about 8 to 10 inches long. It should be about pencil thickness. Make a clean cut at the bottom just below a bud and a slanted cut at the top. Remove any side branches. Dip the bottom end in rooting hormone if you have it. Plant the cutting in a pot with moist, well-draining soil, leaving about 2/3 below the ground and 1/3 above. Keep it moist but not waterlogged. In a few months, roots will develop. You can also propagate by layering in spring. Bend a low branch to the ground, cover it with soil, and it will form roots. By autumn, you'll have a new plant you can dig up and move. You can also collect ripe berries and extract seeds, but this is the slowest method. Seeds need a period of cold stratification to germinate. Now let's talk about planting. The best time to plant elderberries is spring or fall. Choose a spot in full sun. They can tolerate partial shade, but you'll get more flowers and berries in full sun. Space plants at least 6 to 10 feet apart, depending on the variety. Dig a hole twice as wide as the root ball. Plant at the same depth it was growing in its pot. Backfill, water thoroughly, and mulch. Now let's talk about watering. Water regularly during the first year to help the roots establish. After that, elderberry is quite drought-tolerant, but it produces more and larger berries with consistent moisture. Water deeply during dry spells, especially when the fruits are developing. Elderberries have shallow root systems, so mulch is important. It helps retain moisture and suppresses weeds. Now let's talk about fertilizing. Elderberries are not heavy feeders, but they benefit from a little food. In early spring, apply a balanced, slow-release fertilizer like 10-10-10. You can also top dress with compost in spring and again in autumn. Don't over-fertilize. Too much nitrogen gives you lots of leaves and fewer flowers. Now let's talk about pruning. Pruning is important for elderberry productivity. Elderberries produce the most berries on new wood, the one-year-old stems. Prune in late winter or early spring before new growth begins. Remove any dead, damaged, or diseased branches. Remove about 1/3 of the oldest, thickest canes each year, cutting them down to the ground. This rejuvenates the plant and encourages new growth. Thin out the remaining stems so there's good air circulation. You can also cut back the tips of the remaining branches by about 25% to encourage branching. In the second year, that pruned stem will produce more lateral branches and more berries. For a more formal hedge, you can trim after flowering to maintain shape. Now let's talk about harvesting. Elderberries ripen in late summer, usually from August to September. The berries are ready when they're dark purple-black and easily fall off the stem. The easiest way to harvest is to cut the entire cluster of berries with a pair of scissors. Remove the stems later. The stems are slightly toxic, but the berries are safe once cooked. Raw berries can cause nausea. You can freeze them for later use, make syrup, jam, or wine. Now let's talk about common problems. Let's go through them one by one. Problem 1. No fruit. Elderberries need cross-pollination. Plant at least 2 different varieties for a good crop. Also, avoid high nitrogen fertilizers, which promote leaf growth over fruiting. Problem 2. Powdery mildew. White powder on leaves. This can happen in humid weather with poor air circulation. Space plants properly and prune for good airflow. Water at the base, not overhead. Problem 3. Leaf spot. Brown or black spots on leaves. Remove affected leaves. Improve air circulation. Don't compost infected leaves. Problem 4. Aphids. Small insects on new growth. Spray them off with water or use insecticidal soap. Problem 5. Birds eating your berries. Birds love elderberries. The best protection is netting. Cover your plants when the berries start to ripen. Here's where you come in. Drop a comment below. Have you grown elderberry? Do you make syrup? I'd love to know. Now let's talk about using elderberries. Elderberries are famous for their health benefits. They're rich in vitamin C and antioxidants that boost the immune system. The most popular way to use them is to make elderberry syrup for cold and flu season. You can also make elderberry jam, jelly, wine, and tea. Always cook the berries before eating. Raw berries contain a compound that can cause nausea. You can also dry the berries for later use or freeze them. The flowers are also useful. They make delicious cordial, tea, and fritters. Now let's talk about elderberry in the landscape. Elderberry is versatile. Plant it as a specimen shrub, in a mixed border, or as part of a hedgerow. The ornamental varieties like black lace are particularly stunning in the landscape. It's also great for wildlife. The flowers attract bees and butterflies, and the berries feed birds. And of course, it provides you with free, healthy food. Let me give you a few quick answers to common questions. How fast does elderberry grow? Fast. It can reach full size in a few years. How tall does it get? 10 to 12 feet tall and wide, depending on the variety. When should I plant? Spring or fall? Do I need 2 plants? Yes, plant at least 2 different varieties for cross-pollination and better fruit set. Is elderberry safe for pets? The berries are safe when cooked, but raw berries, stems, and leaves contain compounds that can be toxic to pets and humans. Keep them out of reach. Let's wrap everything up. Elderberry is a fantastic shrub for any garden. It's beautiful, it's tough, and it gives you a crop of healthful berries every year. Plant it in full sun in moist, well-draining soil. Water regularly during the first year, then only during dry spells. Prune in late winter, removing the oldest stems. Harvest in late summer when the berries are dark and easy to pull off. Cook the berries before eating. Make syrup, jam, or wine. Here's the most important thing to remember. Elderberry is not a fussy plant. It's a native shrub that has been growing in hedgerows and woodland edges for centuries. It asks for very little. Give it sun, give it space, give it a friend for pollination, and it will reward you with flowers, berries, and health benefits. Plant it once, and it will feed you for years. Before you go, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave me a comment. Are you going to plant elderberry this year? What will you make with the berries? I'd love to know. Also, what shrub should I cover next? Currants? Gooseberries? Honeyberries? Let me know. Thanks for watching. Take care of your garden, and it will take care of you. See you in the next video.